Hey, Duduzane, how are you?
All right, you
All right. Yeah, you okay?
Good, good.
It's good to see you.
The pleasure's mine.
Please,
Good to see you too, sir.
Let's go through. How did you meet the Guptas? Were you introduced by your dad, President Jacob Zuma?
I met the Guptas many years ago. I was not introduced to them. I came across them. They happened to be in the vicinity. At that point, they were in the house, meeting with my father, and like many people I've met in that space, I met them.
So you met them through your father?
That's correct, sir.
When you look back, following the dramatic events of this corruption allegation story of state capture, when you look back and you think to yourself, why did these guys hook me up?
That's a question I think they'd be better placed
but
to answer.
What do you, Duduzane Zuma, think the Guptas wanted from you?
I don't think they wanted anything from me. I think they liked me as I liked them. I think I'm a likable guy.
But why did they like you, you think?
That's a question you'll have to ask them. I don't know. I think I'm a likable guy. There's nothing untoward about it. There's no unpacking the relationship and what was in it for them, what was in it for me. It was just a meeting of minds. They understood me, I understood them.
You don't look back and say, maybe they wanted me because I'm the son of the president?
I look back and I think I'm glad I met these guys and I'm glad we are where we are today.
And then we had this bolt out of the blue in 2015 where the Deputy Minister of Finance, Mcebisi Jonas, comes out, tells the public that he was offered a bribe by the Guptas in your presence. Were you present that day? Was Mcebisi Jonas offered a bribe by the Guptas?
Mr. Jonas was not offered a bribe by the Guptas. I did meet them. I was present. There was no such thing that took part.
So what was the purpose of his visit then?
It wasn't a visit per se. It was a meeting that was arranged from my side to sort out certain issues that had nothing to do with the Guptas or any other related people to them.
So you are clear, it's either you're telling the truth or he's lying?
That's absolutely correct.
So which is it?
I'm telling the truth.
So we saw there was a problem with the finance minister as well, Pravin Gordhan, and you have subsequently written an open letter to him. So in that open letter to the former finance minister, Pravin Gordhan, you wrote, and I quote, "How do you sleep at night?" Well, some are wondering whether in fact you should be responding to that question. Can you?
Of how I sleep at night. I sleep very well. Do I have moments of being sad about the situation, being irritated about it, being disappointed by it? Definitely. Upset? Definitely not. There's 7,500 employees we've been fighting for. That is definitely on my mind. That is definitely on my partner's minds. That's definitely on the employees' minds. Now, one cannot be relaxed in that situation. Do I get rest? I have to get rest. I'm a human being. But these things do affect my train of thought, and that's something I wake up to every day. What's going to happen? What's the next move? You know, it's not an easy position, but it's a position that we stepped up to, and we'll fulfill what we need to fulfill, whichever way this situation goes. Because at the end of the day, people need to understand that this is not about me. It's not about the former Minister Gordhan. It's not about the Guptas. This is about the plight of the people of the country. This is a scenario that's unfolding. It's been unfolding for many years. It's just come to boiling point now, I think.
So why have you decided to speak out now if it's been going on for many years?
The decision for me to speak out at this point, I think it's gotten to a level where a line has to be drawn. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, you have it's open letter season. It's press conference season. It's parliamentary committee season. It's investigation season. It's threats. It's heckling season. It's interruption season. There's a lot going on. And I feel like, look, I've been a part of this process. At some point, I have to step up. Now is the right time to step up. Why? Because we're in an interesting time in our country. There's a lot happening politically. There's a lot happening economically. But people have been saying, hey, this guy doesn't have a voice. You know, we don't know his opinions. How has he formed them? What are his views on certain things or elements? You know, we're in an interesting time in the world, and I feel like, look, I have something small to contribute. And if that something small is shedding light on what is happening through my experiences and how we can avoid situations like this, then I'm keen, I'm in, and we're going to do the damn thing.
You are the son of the South African president, and you are here in Dubai. Why are you here? Do you have a property here?
Firstly, I'm on business here. Secondly, Dubai is a wonderful place, and I'm sure you'd agree. Thirdly, I do not have a property in Dubai. I do not own an apartment in the Burj Khalifa.
Does your father own a house, an apartment here?
My father owns a house. It's in Kanja. This area is called Kanja. It's in northern KwaZulu-Natal. In Dubai, he does not own any property whatsoever.
Did the Guptas buy a property on his behalf?
I think my father is a grown man. He does not need anyone buying any properties on his behalf, including myself.
I'm sure you've been following the story of the leaked emails.
Yes.
And in the leaked emails, there are quotes there that you have an apartment in the Burj Khalifa,
yes,
right here in Dubai.
Yes, sir.
And that a house was bought on behalf of your father. Is that true?
Mr. Nkosi, you're sitting here with me. I'm not sure when it is that you'll be traveling back, but we've got time. We can go to the Burj Khalifa. We can go to any of these places. We can go to any deeds offices in Dubai. And we can verify that, we can check it. That's my answer to your question, sir.
But there's no property under a company that is linked to you or linked to the Guptas, perhaps on your behalf. Just want to clarify that, because that has been in the media for many weeks now.
I do not own any property. My father does not own any property in this beautiful country, or beautiful city, should I say. And as far as I'm concerned, I mean, the Guptas are 3 brothers. I'm not sure if there are any other Guptas in this wonderful place, but none of us own any properties.
I hope that because you know the importance of these issues, perhaps you'd allow me a little bit of leniency in asking this question. Mr. Zuma, are you corrupt?
Mr. Nkosi, I'm not corrupt. I'm not corrupt. I've not involved myself in any corrupt practice or any corrupt business. If you're looking for my place of operation, it's been widely reported. There are offices, there are operations running, whether it's mining, well, whether it was media, because as you know, we're selling. Unfortunately so, but we've been left no choice.
Why are you selling?
Because undue pressure has been put on us, on our businesses, to get to a position where we are left no choice but to sell. In a nutshell, selling is not something we wanted to do. I'll speak for myself, selling is not something that I wanted to do, and I'm sure my brothers will feel that way too. It's something that the events have overtaken us, and we're selling purely because we want to protect the 7,500, the odd 7,500 jobs, families that are being supported by these people. We're trying to protect our people and people that have been loyal to us. That's the employees and management. And at this point, we're feeling if we need to sell, if those people are going to be protected, if the company bank accounts are going to be reopened under new ownership, which I feel they should be, because the people in question are ourselves as the owners of these businesses, then so be it. But if people are asking if I'm corrupt, they're more than welcome to visit my current or previous places of operation. Standing, fully fledged, operationalized, and they've been doing well. I think we've done quite a good job getting them to where they're at now.
You said you wanted to clear your name. If you are so keen to clear your name, why don't you write an affidavit and get ready for the Commission of Inquiry?
Simple reason being, I'm not the one that dictates what goes where, how it happens, the processes. As it unfolds, I'm available. We're available, and we've said this, and that's what we continue to say. Being subjected to kangaroo courts and being political footballs, it hasn't assisted in the situation. I mean, if you look at state capture as an idea, it's an interesting concept. I think where a lot of people have got it wrong, it's been long-standing. Has it been by us? Definitely not. If people want to get to the bottom of exactly what is going on, they need to open it up. And I think there was a discussion and a debate that happened. And when I'm saying open it up, that includes ourselves. Whatever it is that needs to be done, we'll do so. We'll be subjected to it, and we'll be subjected to it, and we're going to do it willingly.
But you don't see anything wrong in the information, for example, contained in the leaked Gupta emails, that public money was taken from a provincial government in the Free State, yes, which went to a Gupta company, and that company was built by the Guptas for their lavish wedding at Sun City. You don't see anything wrong with that.
Who said this, sir?
Well, it's in the emails.
Not in a court of law.
I haven't seen it in a court of law.
That's my point exactly. I mean, a lot of allegations.
But does everything have to be in a court of law to be true?
Of course. The truth has to be tested. At this point, it's been one-sided. Veracity, authenticity of emails.
So you don't believe the emails are authentic?
What I'm saying is, there's a judicial commission of inquiry that's being spoken about. When that happens, we'll get to that.
I'm just asking specifically about the emails, because some ministers, yes, have actually agreed that the emails, the information contained in the emails is genuine. You're not challenging that, are you?
You can speak to them. I don't know what they're speaking about. I'm speaking for myself. These emails need to be tested with. Have they been doctored? Have they been fiddled with? True or not is not something I'm getting into. What I'm saying is, when the time arrives, we'll get to that. And that's something that will be thrown into, I'm sure, will be thrown into the basket of the judicial commission of inquiry. So we'll see then. At this point, it's not something I can comment on.
There's been a lot of talk that you are now very wealthy because of your businesses, and someone said you are a billionaire. Is that true? Are you a billionaire?
In love, definitely, yeah. Have I succeeded? And not at the level that I believe I will. We have reached some interesting and some major milestones, whether people like it or not. And my business journey has only begun. Like I said, I'm 35, and I've still got a long way to go. So, that question is very difficult at this point. I think when we sit down in the next 20 to 30 years, I'll have a much clearer answer for you.
Does it bother you that at such a relatively young age, that you've amassed so much wealth at such a short space of time? Do you not see why people are concerned in South Africa about this behavior, that you are the son of the president, you end up getting business deals largely from public sector entities which are funded by taxpayers' money, and you become therefore wealthy as a result? Does that not concern you, that connecting the dots which Pravin Gordhan has been talking about?
Okay, no, but it doesn't concern me at all. Zero concern. And the reason I say that, and as I pointed out earlier on, there's been a long, hard journey that we've been on. And I'm saying we, I'm not speaking for myself, because, you know, I've got partners and we've walked this journey together. For example, people like saying, no, silver spoon in his mouth, that sort of thing. No, I'm not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. It's something that I've had to work for. The decision I took to partner up with the brothers, of the Gupta family. Actually, no, the brothers. The Gupta family is very wide-ranging. I mean, there's a lot of Guptas on this planet. It's a decision that I took that I do not regret, and I'm super happy with. For example, you look at Tegeta, which brought over the Optimum mines. I mean, there's been a whole ranging discussions of corruption and favoritism, and the processes were not followed. I mean, there are a lot of times where we've tried to put the story across and people are not picking it up because they're not interested in the truth. They're not interested in exactly how the situation panned out. They're not interested that at the time we took over Optimum Coal from Glencore, that mine was under care and maintenance. It was under curatorship. We took it over. Please go take a look at the operation now. It's running, fully fledged. It's expanding. People want to talk about prepayments. Oh my God, these guys got this amount of prepayment and it's corrupt. That's been a regular practice at Eskom, which has been pointed out, because that's the entity in question, Eskom.
Yeah, Eskom is the power utility in South Africa, yes, which buys coal from your company, Tegeta.
From many companies, and we're actually one of the smaller companies. Yes, they do buy coal from us, but not nearly enough as the majors. Not at all. We've said this. We've given the figures. We account for less than 8% of coal supply to Eskom. And we've only come onto their books in the past 2 years. There are companies that have been supplying coal to Eskom for 40 years. No one is talking about those companies. Now, all I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to point fingers, because I'm not in the finger-pointing business. But all I'm saying is if you want to get to the truth, open it up.
Are you concerned that you may be, in the end, locked up following all these allegations, going to prison for corruption? Does that cross your mind?
It just crossed my mind now. It's the first time it crossed. So I don't know if you saw it crossing my mind, but it's gone. No.
It doesn't cross.
So why should it? Why it just crossed now? Since you mentioned it now, and I actually saw it crossing, and it's gone.
Duduzane Zuma, thank you very much for joining us in this BBC.
Thank you very much, sir.
Cheers.
Thank you.